Good afternoon and welcome Facebook, welcome YouTube, welcome council members of Women, Indian Chamber of Commerce, U.S. Virgin Islands. It is such an esteemed honor to be here with you this evening. I am your host, Camilla Francis, the Vice President of the local chapter. And can you believe we're in March 2021? Happy International Women's Month. Congratulations to all of you magnificent women. Celebrate yourselves, not just in March, but every single day. As we begin, we have our esteemed president, Dr. Anita Defu, with our message. Dr. Defu.
Good evening, good afternoon, and in some places around the world, good morning. It is indeed an honor and pleasure to welcome you to this, our first event, the Women's India Chamber of Commerce and Industry, U.S. Virgin Islands Council. Indeed, it's a privilege for us to share this time with you. Indeed, as we celebrate women of excellence from around the world. The Women's India Chamber of Commerce and Industry is a movement. It is a collective group of councils from around the world. And the Virgin Islands has the esteemed privilege of having one here across the territory and one that has council members from around the region. We are here thinking about the theme for this International Women's Day, which is Dare to Challenge. And as we go through our evening celebration with you, think about the challenges you face. Think about the challenges you've overcome. Think about how you have used purpose to really drive your aspirations and to impact people and places. We are so excited to have you here. And so on behalf of all of our council members, I want to welcome you. We thank you for being with us and enjoy this celebration as we celebrate the magnificence, the significance, and the impact that women have around the globe. Thank you and welcome to the Virgin Islands International Women's Day celebration. Peace and divine blessings.
Thank you so much, Dr. Defu. And yes, dare to take the challenge to celebrate you. Dare to take the challenge to just acknowledge who you are. Dare to take the challenge for your essence from where you used to be to exactly where it is that you want to become. Dare to take that challenge to celebrate you, not just in March, but every single day. Next, we have a wonderful, wonderful message from our sister in India, Dr. Habib. Dr. Habib, take it away, please.
Hello, my dear soul sisters. At the WICCI Virgin Islands India Business Council, I congratulate all of you, my dear soul sister Anita, the council president, council vice president, all the council members who have come together to form this council to open an energetic, empowering exchange between our sisters in the Virgin Islands and our sisters in India, and of course through the platform, the global platform of the Women's Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, be able to connect to the rest of the world, our sisters in over 100 countries globally. I invite you all to stay connected, to look at our website and see which all countries you'd like to connect to, because we truly wish and hope and pray that each one of you thrives. And it is my great pleasure to wish all of you a very happy International Women's Day. With our global community of 250,000 women, we can together celebrate this International Women's Day every day. So my dear soul sisters, in powerful sisterhood beyond borders, let's make our sisterhood rock. God bless you all.
Let's talk about that, sisterhood beyond borders. We're here in one space, and Dr. Habib had the honor and privilege of giving us a message from India, while I'm here in St. Thomas, Virgin Islands, and we have numerous council members throughout the Caribbean. We have St. Martin, St. Kitts, Antigua, Trinidad, Tobago, the British Virgin Islands, just to name a few. I'm not forgetting you, my sisters. And it is just so great in this time and this era, even in a pandemic, we have the ability to come together on one accord and celebrate each other. Isn't that an honor and a privilege? So even in a devastation, there's always something good. And our next sister from North America, Sister Tanya, has a message just for you. Sister Tanya.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. My name is Tanya McNeil-Weary, President of the Northern USA India Business Council of the Women's Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, also known as WICCI. On behalf of the Northern USA India Business Council, I would like to extend a warm welcome and greeting to the U.S. Virgin Islands India Business Council under the leadership of Dr. Anita Davis Defoe. I also want to congratulate you and your council on this amazing event, celebrating International Women's Day and honoring women of excellence. I am so excited for this event, and I'm sure your attendees will find the event engaging and inspiring. So again, on behalf of the Northern USA India Business Council, we send you our blessings and wishing you a successful event.
Thank you, Sister Tanya in North America. Oh, I just feel the love. I just feel the connection. I feel the kinship. I just feel just excited. And not only that we're celebrating the esteemed featured women, but we can celebrate each other. I am so glad that we have this network so we can connect with women throughout the Caribbean, and we have our own council. And that's what makes our council so different and unique and superb from the others, because we have the whole Caribbean Sea, we have the Atlantic Ocean connecting us all. So without further ado, we have someone, Donnelly Edwards KB, to tell us more about taking the challenge and what we're doing here, celebrating you for International Women's Month. Donnelly. I can hear.
Hello, I'm Donnelly Edwards KB, and it is my pleasure to also welcome you to WICCI US Virgin Islands WICCI Young Women Celebration. I take this opportunity to wish you also a happy International Women's Day and Women's Month. International Women's Day, and indeed March as International Women's Month, is a time when all of us, sisters, mothers, grandmothers, daughters, aunts, cousins, females, loved ones everywhere. March 8th is a special day for women around the world. It is an annual moment when we pause to celebrate all the wonderful accomplishments of women who are excelling in the various spheres of their lives. It is a time when we honor the significant contributions that women continue to make in our world. And it is that time when we as women and young women and seasoned women take up and rightfully claim our space when we dominate. Now, International Women's Day, we know, is celebrated March 8th. The origins of International Women's Day, you might wonder. Not only does International Women's Day celebrate the economic, cultural, and political achievements of women, it also highlights the problems that they face in a day-to-day life, as well as in their professional environment. The day also marks a call to action for accelerating gender parity. And this year, International Women's Day is being signally represented because it also highlights the challenges brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic and the unprecedented impact that that has also had on women and girls around the world. When we look at the history of the International Women's Day, this can be traced back as far as 1909, when the Socialist Party of America designated this day to honor the garment workers' strike that took place in New York. However, the official celebrations of International Women's Day began in 1911, when women from several European countries, Asia, Austria, Denmark, Germany, and Switzerland participated in these demonstrations. And at that time, more than 1 million women took to the streets to demand the right to vote, the right to hold public offices, and women also protested the sexual discrimination and unequal pay that they were experiencing at that time. However, it was in 1967 that the United Nations recognized the day, and this is how we started to celebrate International Women's Day as we know it today. Here in the United States Virgin Islands, we not only celebrate March as VI History Month, but we also celebrate March as VI Women's History Month. When I think about my personal first real experience with International Women's Day, this took place in the mid-1990s. At that time, I worked for an international organization in Geneva, Switzerland. And on that day, I was pleasantly surprised. The entire multicultural, intergenerational staff, some 350 staff, turned out to celebrate all of the women in that organization. And that was true all around the world and also all around Geneva on that day. And on that day, we were feted to chocolates, Swiss chocolates, of course, flowers, wine. And that made that day, I was sort of thinking, well, this is beginning to rival Mother's Day and even Valentine's Day. And that was my first real taste of International Women's Day. And what I learned then is how seriously some countries around the world took International Women's Day. It was a mark of the progress that women had made. And also, it was a time to look back at the progress that they had not made. And so from that time, International Women's Day took on a real significance for me. And I made a vow at that time that any organization or group that I was related to, that we would celebrate International Women's Day. So you can imagine how happy I am that WICCI USVI is celebrating International Women's Day with these women of excellence. This year, the theme of International Women's Day is Choose to Challenge. And this is a clarion call to all of us to continue to challenge stereotypes, to also work against and to work for the full equity of women and girls. We can all choose to challenge. We can all choose to call out gender biases and inequality. And we can all choose to seek out and establish women's, the role that women play around the world. We can seek to celebrate all of the achievements of women. As women, we know that we do not act alone. We understand that collectively, we can all help to create an inclusive world. However, from our challenge must come change. So let us all, as the theme says, choose to challenge. And it is in that frame that we all celebrate these 25 women of excellence, not only from the US Virgin Islands, but from around the world. Join us then as we celebrate these women, young women and seasoned women. I encourage all of you, men, women, boys, girls, to embrace the challenge. Choose to challenge. Choose to challenge injustice, and let us all work towards gender equality, freedom, and peace. It's my absolute pleasure to wish you a happy International Women's Day and a blessed Women's Month. Thank you.
Are you prepared to take that challenge?
Absolutely.
Welcome, welcome, Women of Excellence. Trent and I are back here on Sessions with Joy, just to give you a little bit of encouragement and share with you the importance of facing challenges head on and not running away from challenges. Never back down, because the path to excellence is through the fight. Fight song. Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion, like how a single word can make a heart open. I can only have one match, but I can make an explosion. And all the things I didn't say, wrecking balls inside my brain, I will scream it loud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. Started right now, I'll be strong. And I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if anybody else believes, 'cause I've still got a lot of fire left in me. I'm losing friends and I'm chasing sleep. Everybody's worried about me. I'm in too deep. They say I'm in too deep. It's been a long 2 years, nowhere feels like home, but there's still a fire burning in my soul. And I still believe, yes, I still believe, yeah. And all the words I didn't say, wrecking balls inside my brain, I can feel it loud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. Starting right now, I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if anybody else believes, 'cause I still got it. This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove that I'm right song. My power's turned on. Starting right now, I'll be strong. And I'll play my fight song. I don't really care if anybody else believes, 'cause I still got a lot of fire left in me. Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion, like how a single word can make a heart open. I can only have one match, but I can make an explosion.
Thank you, Sister Joy. We're all ready for that fight for get rid of stereotype, that fight to get rid of inequality, that fight for peace, that fight for full equity, that fight to get rid of stereotyping, We are women and we have been fighting for years, and we will continue to fight for our tomorrow to make those that come after us have an easier chance than what we have. And that song is ideal for today as we celebrate you, our women, and those featured women of excellence. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? We fight today, we continue to fight and keep going and keep moving. And the more we fight, the more we strive. And the more we fight, it gets a little easier. And the more we fight, things will break those walls, we'll break those barriers, and we definitely will be able to move and shake things, because we women are movers and shakers, even without trying. That's a blessing that each and every one of us was cast with. That zeal, that tenacity, that mothering, that nurturing. Even if you're not a mother, you're still a nurturer, you're still a giver. You're still a person of essence. You're still a person of excellence. And that's why we have to celebrate you, not just today, but always. And remember, each day that you open your eyes, remember that you are a woman of excellence. Remember that you are the reason for, and remember that you can make a change. And next up, we have a message from Dr. Marcia Brandon of Barbados. Take it away, Dr. Brandon.
Oh. Sisters, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. Women of excellence, it's indeed my great pleasure to bring you virtual salutations, greetings, and love this evening as we approach International Women's Day 2021. I want to thank all of you for your partnership, your support, the work you all do in your own spaces and places, and for you all being your authentic selves. I especially want to thank my friend and partner, Dr. Defoe, and her team for inviting me to speak and share in this event. Today, I choose to challenge us to practice self-love every minute of every single day. I want to remind us that loving ourselves is the best love. Why is that? I can think of 3 things right off the bat why loving ourselves is the best love. We show others how to love and value us when we love ourselves. When we love ourselves, we're happier and more confident. When we love ourselves, we help others by loving them easier and better. So I want to leave 7 tips or throw out 7 tips for us that will help us to better self-love and build a more authentic life. I want to choose to challenge us. I want to choose today to choose to challenge us to choose. Confusing, right? To know ourselves better. To know what we like, what we value, what our values are, because those are different from what we value. What we believe, what we hold dear. I want to challenge us to do our own SWOT on a regular basis. What are our strengths? What are our weaknesses? What are the opportunities there for us internally and externally? And what are those threats that we have internally and that come from externally? I want to challenge us to choose to establish boundaries. Boundaries are a big part of self-care and self-love. It helps us immensely with maintaining our inner peace. I want to challenge us not to do things which affect our mental health or infringe on our positive emotional state of being. I want to challenge us to stop comparing ourselves to others. We're valuable as we are. Remember, we are all unique. I want to challenge us to accept ourselves as is. Work to improve what we want and what we need to. But I want to challenge us. See no one as better than we are or less than. We are we. Let us complement, not compete. I want to challenge us to be kind to ourselves. Do not sweat the small stuff. Let us forgive ourselves for the big stuff. Mistakes are normal. I'm getting tongue twisted now. Let us learn from them and move forward. Stronger, doing better because we know better. I want to challenge us to love our imperfect selves. Ask for help when we need it. Be intentional about exercising, eating healthily, having fun, getting enough rest, and very, very important, I want to challenge us to surround ourselves with people who treat us with kindness and respect. Remember, sisters, there's nothing wrong with feeling our feelings. There's nothing wrong with feeling sad. There's nothing wrong with feeling angry. There's nothing at all wrong with feeling happy, joyful. Whatever it is, I want to challenge us to feel it. And if we feel it and need to express it, I want to challenge us to express it respectfully. This is what makes us women of excellence. And I want to let us know that it's okay not to be okay. I want to challenge us to think about the fact that what people think about us is not our business. Let us not be people pleasers. I want to challenge us to always be people of integrity. Treat people the way we want to be treated. But let us never, ever let people mistreat us. Be consistent and thankful. As Coffee would say, gratitude is a must. Let us be thankful for every single thing, every single minute of every single day. And I want to challenge us to establish a gratitude jar. Get a jar, any jar. Every morning you get up, write a list of things that you're grateful for. It could be one thing, two things. I know most people will write, I'm grateful to be alive, yeah. And we need to write that like every single day, but we need to add more things. When we're going to bed at nights, put in 2 more, 3 more things. And periodically review those things and see how much we have to be thankful for at the end of 6 months or a year. I want to challenge us to be impeccable with our words. Speak well about ourselves. Speak well about others. Think before we speak. And finally, sisters, I want to challenge us to choose to celebrate us. Document our successes, what we've learned from our failures, pamper ourselves, meditate, have fun, do what we love to do, and continue to create peace within. Women of excellence, I encourage us to continue to be true to who we are, practice discernment, and continue to be our own authentic selves. Peace and love.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Sister Brandon. Thank you so much. That was such an empowering and inspiring word. Let's marinate on that a little bit because I was taking notes. And I definitely agree with you about that jar because I do have a jar myself. In the morning and in the evening, what are we grateful for, sisters? In addition to waking up in the morning, in addition to making it home in the evening. Yes, we should make a conscious effort to be intentional. What are we intentional about? Whatever our desires are, we should be intentional about it. Don't wait. And if you wait, it's okay, but don't beat yourself up about that. Be intentional about not competing, just completing. Be intentional about showing up. Be intentional about allowing persons to treat you the way you desire to be treated. Don't just accept anything because of. You're valuable. Hey, we're awesome. That in itself says so much. And what else? Know yourself. Take that time to just woosah. Know who you are. At the end of the day, we know who our creator is, but he wants us to know who we are so he can have us on that path so we can find our true destinies, sisters. We need to know what we believe. Take a pen and a pencil. It could be a marker, a Sharpie. Write it somewhere. Write it so you can see it. Write it in the bathroom and stick it on your mirror so you can remember every single day. I am this. I am intentional about that. I will do this. I may have not done it yesterday, but tomorrow and today is a whole new day. Another reason for me to move forward. Another reason for me to get it right. Another reason just because we need to establish boundaries. Why? Because it determines that we respect ourselves and we want you to respect us as well. Boundaries definitely show you that you have self-worth, you have self-respect. And as you respect yourselves, others will definitely respect you. Then self-improvement. Every day is an opportunity to be a best you. We need to let today be a good day, and tomorrow, when we reflect on today, we see how bad today was compared to tomorrow, because every day is supposed to be better. What you said, let tomorrow be jealous of your today. Well, exactly. Or tomorrow be jealous, exactly. We need to make that happen. We need to make the next day better. And when we make the next day better, yesterday actually will be jealous of your today. So as we move forward, let us take these words that were shared by all our sisters, Sister Brandon, Sister Tanya, Sister Habib, each person that has been planting a seed into you this evening, embrace that seed, because we do it out of love. We do it out of celebration. And without further ado, I present to you the WICCI USVI Women of Excellence.
She continues to help women and younger women understand their worth, having adopted the mantra, broken crayons still color.
We're going to fix that and start that again properly.
And now for our Women of Excellence. Lisa Bell. After ending a mentally and physically abusive 8-year marriage, Lisa Bell committed her life to empowering women and mentoring young girls who were similarly affected as an advocate against domestic violence. Lisa is an active member of the women empowerment group Scarred Not Shattered and an advocate against domestic violence. She has worked with the Caribbean Center of Excellence for Sustainable Livelihoods in their Women of Resilience programs, empowering women nationally, regionally, and globally to express themselves, feel, share in a safe, nurturing, learn from each other, and build strong bonds of sisterhood through their complementary capitalism model and Ubuntu philosophy. Through COESL, Lisa is also working with the Barbados Association of NGOs, Bango, on issue of gender-based domestic abuse. She continues to help women and younger women understand their worth, having adopted the mantra, broken crayons still color.
Camilla Basin is a feminist activist who has been actively engaged with issues related to development, gender, education, media, and others since 1970. Currently, she works with Sangat, a feminist network, as advisor, as well as Jagori, a women's resource and training center, and Jagori's Rural Charitable Trust as an active member. She is the South Asia coordinator of 1 Billion Rising, a global campaign to end violence against women and girls, co-chair of the worldwide network Peace Women Across the Globe, and a member of South Asians for Human Rights. Prior to this, her work with the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations for 27 years. Camilla Basin is also an author, songwriter, artist, and creative.
Sherry Ann D. Boyce, a multifaceted woman with a determination to succeed and to elevate other women. Sherry Ann Boyce is an entrepreneur, wife, mother, and woman of faith. She's the managing director of Hello Naturel, Barbados, and Hello Naturel Botanicals, Jamaica. Sherry Ann is a business and people leader who is focused on growth through excellence, knowledge, and empowerment. Her businesses specialize in utilizing the knowledge of science to harness and deliver the power of elements of nature to heal, nourish, restore, and showcase the natural beauty of all skin and hair types through the manufacture of a range of natural skin and hair products. This dynamic woman is aptly qualified and possesses a depth of proficiencies from her years of experience. She's a trained medical laboratory technologist with over 15 years experience in laboratory medicine and many years as a healthcare auditor. She currently contributes to the Barbados tourism product via her involvement with small to medium destination management companies, airline companies, and the Barbados Community Tourism Network. Sherry Ann is a member of the Country Style Community Tourism Network. Sherry Ann enjoys ballroom dancing, basketball, traveling, and is a Buddhist agriculturalist. Her philosophy is that the world welcomes those who make themselves available to make a tangible difference. Sherry Ann stands poised and ever ready to contribute in business and in life wherever opportunity presents itself.
Dr. Sylvia Cattouse. Dr. Sylvia Cattouse of Belize holds an MBA in International Business and International Marketing from UCLA, the University of California at Los Angeles, and a Doctor of Education in Organizational Leadership and Higher Education Leadership from Nova Southeastern University in Florida. Dr. Cattouse is the Dean of Faculty of Business and Entrepreneurship at Gillen University. Dr. Cattouse contributed to the development of Belize as a career professional and an avid volunteer, serving on numerous boards, including the Rotary Club of Belize, Belize Youth Business Trust, Good Governance and Public Service Modernization, the Social Investment Fund, and a lifelong proponent for gender equality. Dr. Cattouse has lectured for over 20 years at the graduate and undergraduate level at UB, UWI, Cave Hill, UWI Open Campus at Gillen University in management and entrepreneurship, including courses in human resource management and organizational behavior. She also contributed to the UWI Cahill MBA and Nova Southeastern doctoral programs. Dr. Cattouse has been appointed for numerous terms on the National Women's Commission, The NWC is an advisory body to the government of Belize for the improvement of their lives of women and girls. The NWC developed the National Gender-Based Violence Action Plan and the National Gender Policy.
Dr. Marilyn McPherson Corder. Dr. Marilyn McPherson Corder, the CEO and president of her private pediatric practice, Children's Medical Care Center of DC, is a 1978 graduate of Howard University College of Medicine and serves as an assistant professor in the pediatric department at Howard University's College of Medicine, the George Washington College of Medicine, University of Maryland Allied Health, Duke University Medical School. Dr. McPherson Corder has served on various committees, such as the Peer Review Committee, NYL Care, HMO, 1993 to 99, the Medical Advisory Committee, Charter Health Plan, 1998 to present, DC Teen Pregnancy Prevention Campaign, 1999 to present, Child Morbidity and Fatality, Prince George's County Medical Advisory Committee of the Charter Health Plan, DC, HIV Advisory Committee, and she has published articles in Parents, National Medical Association, etc. She has her own weekly radio show, Village Talk, WOL Radio 1, and has appeared on talk shows such as Adolescent Specialist for BET Teen Summit, NBC Viewpoint with Joe Grab, CBS Health Watch with Anita Brickman, ABC Health Consultant with Rhea Blackley, NPR Tell Me More with Michelle Martin, WHUR The Evening Drum, WPGC as the Hip Hop Doc. Dr. McPherson Corder was recognized for her pediatric excellence in the care of one of her patients in the Washington Post and on the following television shows: Dateline Eye on America, Katie Couric, CBS Evening News, The Rachel Ray, and The Oprah Winfrey Show. Dr. McPherson Corder was recognized in the Washington Post and awarded the Prince George's County Chapter, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, the Black Women's Health Council Incorporated, the Outstanding Woman of Medicine, and the Prince George County Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.
Accra Cynthia is from the beautiful island of St. Thomas, Virgin Islands, and an entrepreneur, single by choice, stay-at-home, home educating mother of 4 wonderful children, plus 1, that she adopted through the U.S. foster care system. Accra is the creator of Value, an online communication initiative whose goal is to connect people and experiences. She believes that everyone is born into the earth with a purpose to affect change in their family, their community, their country, even the world. This initiative has been a dream of hers for over a decade, and one of Value's missions is to highlight individuals whose stories are an inspiration to the resilience of the human spirit. Stories that are deeply truthful and relatable to the pain of the broken. Value's vision is to give hope to others that can continue to walk forward in their life purpose and be in the highest version of their best self, whom they are created to be, and be the change that is needed in the earth. Value. Value you.
Dr. Amy Durand has been very instrumental in providing medication and disease state management during regular times. However, more importantly, her commitment as a healthcare provider, pharmacist, which was demonstrated during Hurricanes Irma and Maria, respectively, in 2018. Dr. Durand, her husband, and staff were the only pharmacy establishment open for months on the island of St. Thomas, ensuring that children and families were being served as it relates to chronic/acute medications. Furthermore, She's provided chronic medications for those vulnerable persons in the shelters, nursing homes, and assisted living facilities. This was done in collaboration with Health and Human Services, along with other local and federal partners. Currently, this dynamic mother of four continues to provide medication, vitamin supplements, herbal products, educational sessions, and so on. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Dr. Durand, pharmacist/owner of Medicine Shop Pharmacy, health team member of the USVI Children and Youth Task Force, continues to demonstrate fortitude, grace, commitment to service, and excellence among her peers in her profession. Nomination in the area field of healthcare for pharmacy and pharmacotherapy, Dr. Amy Durand.
Senator Donna Fred Gregory, Senator of the U.S. Virgin Islands and serves as a Senate President in the 34th, making her the third woman in the legislative history to hold the title. Senator Fred Gregory holds a Master of Business Administration from Western Governors University, Masters of Arts in Public Administration from the University of the Virgin Islands, and a Bachelor's of Science in Business Administration from Morgan State University. Senator Fred Gregory has served in several high-level government positions to include Commissioner of the Department of Education and Chief Financial Officer of the VI Port Authority. Senator Fred Gregory gives back to her community extensively, hosting events like annual Thanksgiving dinner for senior residents of the Ebenezer Gardens Senior Home, and through her charitable donations to grassroots organizations in the community. Even further, she established the Donna Fred Gregory Community Impact Foundation that provides education scholarships to students and has sponsored numerous empowerment events, including the annual Yes She Can Girls Empowerment Conference. Senator Fred Gregory is a fierce advocate for matters close to her heart and deeply believes in an inclusive Virgin Islands, one where everyone feels welcome and can make a respectable living for themselves and their family. A Virgin Islands for all, not just a few.
Dr. Patrice A. Harris. When I think of great women in America, I think of Patrice Harris. I met her when I first started in the field of social work in Atlanta. She's always been a positive role model and friend. She volunteers and still has time for her family and friends. She's an American psychiatrist and the first African-American woman to be elected president of the American Medical Association. She was elected the 174th president in June 2019. Harris is a native of West Virginia and received her Doctor of Medicine degree at West Virginia University. She currently spearheads the AMA's efforts to end the opioid epidemic and has been chair of the AMA Opioid Task Force since its inception in 2014. Having served on the AMA Board of Trustees since 2011 and as chair from 2016 to 2017, she has long been a mentor, a role model, and an advocate. Two themes that govern Dr. Harris's professional life are a passion to improve the lives of children and service to others. She's an adjunct assistant professor in the Emory Department of Psychiatry and Behavioral Sciences, and an adjunct clinical assistant professor in Psychiatry and Behavioral Sciences at the Morehouse School of Medicine. Chenzira Davis Kahina. Dr. Chen, respectfully known, is a cultural griot, artist, educator, published author, motivational speaker, media technologist, ordained priestess, visionary, activist, community developer, legacy builder, mother, and grandmother. Dr. Chen's academic journeys include Rutgers, NCAS, Pepperdine, CA, UC San Diego, Fellow, International University of Natural Sciences, and other global research, production, and teaching certifications. Davis Kahina is a founder and director of Perank Msmaitawi, an international NGO, NPO, institutionalizing culture, healing, arts, technology, and spirituality for life, inspiration, freedom, and education. Chats for Life. Davis Kahina is the director of the Virgin Islands Caribbean Cultural Center and teaching faculty in the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences, both at the University of the Virgin Islands, the only HBCU in the Caribbean, outside of the U.S. continental and a land-grant institution.
Lisa Franklin Soley. Lisa Franklin Soley of the Cayman Islands is the Vice President of Cayman National Bank, one of the leading banking institutions in the Cayman Islands, with offices also in Dubai and the Isle of Man. Lisa holds a bachelor's in marketing from Barry University. Lisa is skilled in customer service, budgeting, banking, branch management, credit card, and anti-money laundering. Lisa, in 2019, became one of the youngest to join the team as vice president after many years of managing the largest branch on the island. She is now also part of a select group of female VPs at Cayman National Bank. Lisa is a proud mother of 3 and enjoys community work and is a motivator for young women.
Kiana Francis Burkitt, 23-year-old Virgin Islander and a 2019 graduate of Emerson College, has a major in journalism and a minor in political communications. Kiana is an associate producer at WJAR NBC 10 in Cranston, Rhode Island, and produces the weekend sunrise shows on the network. Kiana is a member of the National Association of Black Journalists. Kiana is an activist for her community and a volunteer with organizations and programs throughout the U.S. Virgin Islands, such as Girls on the Go Incorporated. Kiana is a vocalist, former member of the Virgin Islands Philharmonic and the Pistarckle Theater Education Department.
Magnolia Vargas is the Development Director in Hand in Hand Ministry. Magnolia married Abel Vargas and they have 2 sons. Magnolia's key sponsorship allocator of HHM, including the building of Change Program, preschool and scholarship program. Maggie is an active member of St. Martin's Parish Choir and the Decian Choir of the Catholic Church in Belize. Maggie is an associate member of the Sisters of Charity of Nazareth, working closely in the planning and execution of the SCN mission in Belize.
Winnie Testemark is a Virgin Islander and director of the Virgin Islands Bureau of Corrections. Winnie is a 29-year-old veteran with the Miami-Dade Corrections and Rehabilitation Department, where she retired as an executive lieutenant. She's also the CEO of WTS Consultant Services, LLC, a criminal justice consulting firm specializing in policy development, policy development, ethics training, jail operations, accreditation, technical assistance, auditing, and staffing analysis. Winnie is a graduate from the National Jail Leadership Command Academy and also served as a mentor for the NGLCA. She's a certified jail manager, a certified Prison Rape Elimination Act auditor, certified crisis intervention trainer, and is an auditor chairperson for the American Correctional Association. Winnie holds a Master of Science degree in Management with a specialization in Human Resources from St. Thomas University, and also holds a Bachelor of Arts degree in Organizational Leadership from St. Thomas University.
Aaliyah Boston is a Virgin Islander and American basketball player for the South Carolina Gamecocks. As former student of Worcester Academy in Worcester, Massachusetts, she earned numerous awards, including being named the Massachusetts Gatorade State Player of the Year in 2017, 2018, and 2019. Aaliyah became the first player ever to record a triple-double in her first career game. In 2020, Aaliyah was the Lisa Leslie Award recipient as the Best Women's Basketball Center in the National Collegiate Athletic Association Division I competition. Boston has represented the United States at various international competitions, including the 2017 FIBA Under-16 Women's America's Championship, 2018 FIBA Under-17 Women's Basketball World Cup, and 2019 FIBA Under-19 Women's Basketball World Cup. Aaliyah Boston.
Adrienne Corder is a medical administrator, phlebotomist instructor, clinical genetic researcher, community health interventionist, international spokesperson for childhood obesity, and a physician assistant. Adrienne is a 2001 Howard University graduate with a Bachelor's of Science in Biology and Chemistry and minored in dance. She received her Master's of Education, Master's of Medical Sciences, and Physician Assistant degree from the University of Maryland, Eastern Shore, and a Master's of Business Health in Healthcare Management and Administration from University of Phoenix. Adrienne Corder is the founder of Quarter Pounders Youth and Family Fitness Incorporated, a 501c3 nonprofit organization program. She has a genetic laboratory and has done research at Children's National Medical Center. Adrienne is dedicated to improving the health of her community, specifically our youth, through mentorship.
Janelle Adriana Mencias. Janelle Mencias, 32, born and raised in the Bellopan, Belize, and holds a bachelor's degree in environmental science from the University of South Florida. Janelle is a senior information officer at the Government Press Office and Director of International Communications for the Public Relations Student Society of America, FIU chapter. Janelle's passion for service to her community led her to serve as the Vice President of the Bellopian Active Youth, the youth organization committed to educating, engaging, and empowering youth. During her tenure, she co-organized 3 U21 basketball tournaments for the organization. She also worked on the marketing team of the Philippine Red Tazas elite basketball team. In 2018, Janelle was nominated to participate in the International Visitors Leadership Program, a premier professional exchange program hosted by the U.S. Department of State. Janelle was the recipient of the Outstanding Women's Award from the Women's Department in 2014 and the CARICOM Youth Ambassador for Understanding Leadership in 2015 from the Department of Youth Affairs.
Marcia Brandon has been an instrumental practitioner in social work and counseling in the territory of the U.S. Virgin Islands. She's dedicated most of her young life in serving the underserved in the areas of mental health. In her previous role as medical social worker in the Department of Health's Maternal Health Division, Dr. Brandon aided children and families to acquire medical, mental health, and social services daily. In her present role at the Department of Education, she serves as a guidance counselor in which she equips students with practical tools as they seek various career pathways. Dr. Brandon has been instrumental as a young leader in the USVI Children and Youth Task Force, providing community outreach in health, wellness, and disaster preparedness, and community engagement. Moreover, she has pivotal in the organization to bring awareness to the plight of human trafficking in the USVI and the Caribbean Basin. Dr. Brandon has formed a unified collaborative among local and federal partners to educate communities and ensure that traffickers are not seen as victims.
Lal Shanzwali, nationality Indian. She's a social worker and HIV trainer and its related issues. Lal has worked as the counselor at ITPC Project, Positive Network of Mizoram in 2010, March 2012, as well as a project coordinator for Sahar Project, YWCA in Azwai in June 2012 to 2017. She currently functions as a committee member and Global Validation Advisor Committee on Elimination of Mother-to-Child Transmission, as well as a project coordinator for Sahar Project under YWCA of Azwan, and as the Assistant Secretary of the Positive Women's Network of India. Lal received the Distinguished Mary Robin Award for Young Woman Human Rights Activist at YWCA World Council, Bangkok, 2015. She has represented India delegates at WICCA World Council held in Geneva in 2011 and has attended several high-level HIV/AIDS conferences and events. She attended International AIDS Conference in Washington, D.C. in 2012, attended International AIDS Conference in Melbourne in 2014, as well as attended the UN High-Level Meeting on HIV/AIDS at New York 2016. Lal also attended UN Human Rights Council at Geneva, June 2019. She has served as the General Secretary at Positive Women Network in India and the chairman at CZ Foundation, Young Key Population Network, as well as board member of ICW Asia Pacific Region, representing ICW Media Team at International AIDS Conference in Durban 2016. In these capacities, she has represented the CSE, Comprehensive Sexuality Education Advocacy Hub, co-hosted by UNFPA, UNESCO, IPPF at New York 2016. Lal, Schwanzoli.
Kriti Gurjal, health economist at the Health Economists Resource Center, U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs, Palo Alto, California, postdoctoral health economist, the Choice Institute, University of Washington, Seattle, Washington, PhD in economics from the University of Florida in Gainesville, with research interests in health economics applied. Deja Marie Simon is a Virgin Islander and a high school student at the Virgin Islands Montessori School and Peter Gruber International Academy on St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. Deja is an artist, a designer, and a graphic designer. Deja Marie established her own online store named Art by Deja Boo 2020. She was the recipient of the 2021 Martin Luther King Jr. MLK Service Award from the Hebrew Congregation of St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. Deja is a youth peer leader with the YWCA USVI, Y Teens VI Incorporated for the last 7 years. Deja Marie Simon.
Kenty Lichtenberg. In 1980, was born on the beautiful island of the Dominican Republic and raised on the wonderful 37 square miles of St. Martin, where her education led her to the Netherlands to attain her travel and leisure management degree. Upon completion, Kenty returned home eager to put everything she learned into practice. As fate would have it, tourism industry was not where Kenty had her first labor experience. On the contrary, Kenty's portfolio spans from project coordinator to management, marketing and sales, to becoming the youngest manager to ever lead a regional branch, and now premier brand coordinator. Today, Kenty is a mom of 2 sons and owns a marketing and beyond consulting agency, Be Your Own Brand. In addition, her passion for marketing, project development, coordinating, and social media has also led her to found her own plus-size bloggers website, Karai Creative Style, an action that has expanded global networks to be a correspondent now for the Huffington Post UK. Kenty is the proud recipient of Islandpreneur Award presented by the Power Agency and the International Bloggers Award by Size Overrated magazine, just to mention a few. Kenty Lichtenberg.
Shayla S. Solomon is a marketing and communications professional whose experience stretches over 17 years in the areas of communication, marketing, media and public relations, radio and television broadcasting, project management, event planning, hosting, pageant coaching, and community engagement. She's the Special Assistant for Public Affairs for the Lieutenant Governor of the Virgin Islands, responsible for communication-related matters for all divisions and units at the Office of the Lieutenant Governor. As the founder of S3 Services, LLC, she's a licensed project coordinator and media consultant, providing services in promotions, voiceovers, trainings, hosting, and production. At the University of the Virgin Islands, she teaches courses in public speaking, public relations, argumentation and debate, and interpersonal communication. With a strong background in both public and private sector, she has professional experience in the areas of government relations, politics, business and financial services, higher education, hospitality, and civic nonprofit organizations. For 10 plus years, Shayla has served as a face and voice for the various entities in the Virgin Islands, such as WTJX public television station and others, as a host and on-air talent, and special events host virtually and in person, ranging from political forums, empowerment workshops, educational conferences, entertainment events, live shows, and pageants. Shayla Solomon.
Janine Steele of Barbados is a wife, mother, entrepreneur, student pilot, and global peace ambassador. Janine is the co-owner of Steely Design Studio Limited, a UK registered company which provides web hosting, web development, and other online services with 5 data centers strategically located in different regions of the world. Co-founder and owner of the Class of Steely, a UK registered and based organization established to educate global citizens and citizen leaders of our societies. Janine in 2015, was the only female enrolled in the Flight Training Institute of Barbados. Janine is recognized Peace Ambassador appointed by the Universal Peace Federation, UPF, is an NGO in general consultative status with the United Nations Economic and Social Council. And through the Class of Steely, she uses her knowledge and experience to educate and enlighten others globally. Janine is a community activist with organizations such as Hope Transplant International, Feeding the Family, and the Barbados HIV Food Bank. Janine Steely.
Caitlin Tyson, 26, born in Miami, Florida, but raised in the Cayman Islands, is a graduate of American Academy of Performing Arts in New York. Caitlin's a motivational speaker, trainer, mentor, and accomplished singer, writer, poet, dancer, and actor who thrives in all areas of the performing arts arena. Caitlin is the owner of a training program that helps to mentor and provide gentility training for young women in the Cayman Islands. 2018 Miss Cayman Island Universe, Caitlin is a community activist, mover and shaker of the Cayman Islands, and host of the Youth Flex radio show.
Itasha Webster of Anguilla is an educator, mentor, volunteer, CERT instructor, private consultant, and children reading, writing, and drama coach. Itasha is an educator at Valley Primary School as a reading recovery teacher and grade 1 teacher. Itasha is a graduate of State University of New York College of Agriculture and Technology at Catskill and obtained a degree in early child care. Itasha was the 2015 Teacher of the Year at the Vivian Vanderpool Primary School. Itasha is CEO of James Roland Webster Private Play and Preschool, founder of Faces Foundation, former president of the Early Childhood Organization, member of the Sunshine Theater and Starlight Singers Choir, and owner of Teas, Cupcakes, and Cakes Creation. Itasha is a former Miss Anguilla 2003 to 2004.
Congratulations to the 2021 WICCI USVI and Caribbean Women of Excellence. Chenzira Davis Kahina.
Dr. Chen, respectfully no.
So there was one that we noticed somehow technology didn't allow to be great. We're going to go ahead and share that one now. So 1 second. diligent in her practice. Rosalia Reimer Rohan, committed to the profession and passionate about education, Ms. Rohan has dedicated her entire career to motivating students in the Virgin Islands to reach phenomenal levels that many didn't dream possible. Rohan has served 5 years as a classroom teacher, 10 years as assistant director, and 32 years in her current position as director of the University Bound Program, formerly known as the Upward Bound Program, at the University of the Virgin Islands. With a unique blend of leadership, vision, and knowledge, Reimer Rohan has motivated, guided, and assisted hundreds of secondary school students in the territory to complete high school and enroll and succeed in post-secondary education. Reimer Rohan has received a Bachelor's of Arts degree in elementary education from the College of the Virgin Islands and a Master of Education degree from the University of Connecticut. She understands the importance of education, and like President Barack H. Obama, she believes students should keep exploring, keep dreaming, keep asking why. Don't settle for what you already know. Never stop believing in the power of your ideas, your imagination, your hard work to change the world. Rosalia Reimer Rohan, right here at the University of the Virgin Islands.
To give them another round of applause. Each and every one of those magnificent women that were mentioned are featured women of excellence for the WICCI USVI 2021 International Women's Month celebrants. We are so honored to just have this opportunity to just celebrate one another and to just bring reverence and acknowledgement to those magnificent women. So I say kudos to you, kudos to each and every person that nominated them. These women deserve all the recognition, and there's so many others out there that deserve that recognition. This does not mean that what you're doing is not worthy of acknowledgement. It just means that these were the ones that were selected, these were the ones that were nominated, and these are the information that we were given. So this is just the beginning of things to come, the beginning of what we here at WICCI USVI will do. We celebrate ourselves, we celebrate one another. And also, in addition to this celebration, I know that I was waiting till the end, but I have to say I celebrate Dara Cooper, I celebrate Crystal LeGrand, I celebrate Anita Defoe, I celebrate Jacqueline Ruan, I celebrate Donnelly Cavey. These are the masterminds behind the scenes, and our sponsors. As I said, I was going to wait to the end, but just going through everything that we have been through and the fact that we're here today, we have this opportunity to bring forth to you and have our night of excellence, our challenge night. I just want to say kudos to Conch Shell Media, kudos to WUVI Radio, kudos to LeGrand Solutions. I just want to say God bless you. Thank you, thank you. And I definitely will bring recognition to you once again. And I just want to say everything is going so well. And I am just so glad to be your mistress of ceremony. I mean, Dara, Crystal, you ladies are phenomenal. And thank you, and God bless your businesses. And I thank you, and I'm putting it out there, and I'm so putting you on the spot that you guys are going to be giving us a course and how to get things going on the background, on the back screen of bringing things forward to social media. So I'm just thanking you guys in advance, and I'm going to be your first student because I know that I need it. So thank you and your businesses for what you're doing and what you will continue to do, not only in your communities, but throughout our nation. We have a congratulatory message from one of our featured women, Dr. Donna Fred Gregory. Senator Gregory.
Thank you for the honor. As a Black woman from the Caribbean, born to an immigrant mother, I worked hard to blaze trails, whether as a former chief financial officer in my past life or as a senator. I do not take being the third female Senate President of the United States Virgin Islands lightly. I owe gratitude to former Senators Ruby M. Rouse and Lorraine Berry, whose shoulders I stand on today, proudly, and to the women who nurtured and mentored me along the way. I wish to honor their bold leadership and fearlessness by carrying the torch well, and soon passing it on to other powerful women. The journey isn't always easy. Balancing motherhood, marriage, friendship, personal time, and career. But the fruits of our labor will never be in vain. Our job is to do our best and to make it just a tad bit easier for the women who came after us. My role in the US Virgin Islands is but another building block for the foundation of all women like me across the world who are building for the next generation of women leaders. Congratulations to all women honored today, doing a job well done while in a pair of high heels. I'm in great company. Thank you again for the honor.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Senator Fred Gregory. And now for some entertainment.
I think Dr. Anita is the only one that can share the entertainment. So unless we're all gonna sing, that's.
Actually, isn't it entertainment on the one of the two that Jackie sent? Yes.
This next song is called The Climb. I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaking, but I got to be strong. Gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. There's always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. I'm facing, the chances I'm taking, sometimes they might knock me down, but no, I'm not breaking. I may not know it, but these are the moments that I'm gonna remember the most. I just gotta keep going, you know. I gotta be strong, just keep pushing on. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. There's always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. move. It's always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. It's the climb, yeah. It's all about the climb. Thank you.
Haven't we had a wonderful night of entertainment, a night of knowledge, a night of empowerment, a night of encouragement, a night of reflection, a night of a boost to take us to moving forward in our everyday life and moving forward in just who we are, moving forward so we as women could know, yeah, we're worthy of, yes, I am, yes, just because say yes, just because we move forward, just because, yes, not just because March 8th is International Women, but just because of who we are, just because of what we do. And remember, we're worthy because of who we are and not because of what we do. We need to remember that. And when Dr. Brandon mentioned her several points, we need to make note of that. Every single day, we need to make that note of that. And when Ms. KB mentioned the pointers of taking the challenge and the importance of challenging ourselves to move forward, challenging ourselves to accept what we want, challenging ourselves to stand up for what we want. That's what we're doing here. We're celebrating each other. We're taking that challenge for love. We're taking that challenge of being intentional. We're taking that challenge so we can catapult ourselves from where we are to where we need to be. We're just taking that challenge because we are phenomenal women. We are women of excellence. We are women of grace. We are women of virtue. We're just women. And yes, we are. Just because. What more do you want than that? Just because. Now, soon we're going to have another speech about taking a challenge by Miss Leah. And Leah is from India. She is one of our sisters that just wants to drop something in our spirits. Ladies, let's hear from Sister Leah.
Actually, Camilla, I think that what we're going to be doing is highlighting her video on our website and on our Facebook page. So people can go to www.WICCI USVI, so that's WICCI USVI, as well as the same thing on the Facebook page. And we'll be uploading that shortly this evening.
Well, let's do that. Our Sister Leah is going to be on our Facebook page. That's WICCI, www.WICCI USVI page. So remember, we're not just here this evening. This is not just about this evening. We're going to be having a podcast that's coming up. I'm really excited about that. Our sisters are working behind the scene to bring forth to you the WICCI USVI first podcast. And what better day to launch our podcast than March 8th, International Women's Day. You'll have more information coming up right there on Facebook. We also we're on Instagram and we're on YouTube. So just do www.wicciusvi.org. You just go into one and we get it at all our links. Isn't technology great? Isn't social media great? Isn't Dara and Crystal great? Those women are phenomenal. Those are a backbone that's getting this done. So all you have to do is go on to one and you just see everything that the WICCI USVI has to offer. Starting on our kickoff launch of our podcast, we will be doing our podcast twice a month, commencing this month, March, International Women's Month. And then we will be doing 2 every month thereafter. So stay tuned to Facebook, stay tuned to Instagram, stay tuned to YouTube. Just log in at www.wicci WICCI.org. And if you have any questions for us, please drop us a note. We are here to answer as much as we can. And if we don't know, we'll find someone that knows that can help you with whatever it is that you need. We have a huge network of women in so many different areas, so many parts of life, do so many different fields. We can definitely meet you. God has given us that tool so we can assist in meeting you at your greatest point of need. So before we do our close out, I am challenging you. I am challenging you, as our sister Donnelly says, I am challenging you to stand up for yourself. I am challenging you to get rid of that stereotype. Get your card. Write down what it is that you want to see going forward. Write down what it is that you don't want to see. And you make that effort to see your senators or your statemen or whomever is in charge that will assist you in getting things done, creating laws and getting just things in motion so we can be where we need to be as a community, not just as women, because what we do as women, because we're nurturers, we assist everyone, not just other women. We assist our community in its entirety. So we're going to be intentional. We're going to challenge you to take up that task to make your community the one that you want to live in, to make your environment the one that you want to live in. Take that challenge. I pledge, and I want you to pledge and take that challenge as well. We thank you so much for joining us on our first WICCI USVI event, to kick off not only Women's International Month, but to kick off our podcast, to kick off what it is that we're doing here in the Caribbean and throughout the United States. Love you. God bless you. Be intentional. Take that challenge. Stay focused. Be empowered. Set your boundaries and you move forward. God bless you. Good night. We love you from WICCI USVI. Happy International Women's Month.